today we're going to look back at all of the items that I wanted to pan for 2025. I did a video, my plan to pan for 2025. It's a very popular video idea that a lot of panners do before the start of the next year, just to talk through like what their plans are. And I had forgotten some of these items. I'm not gonna lie, I had forgotten that I wanted to pan some of these items, but some of them I've done really, really well. Some of them have just gone off, you know, maybe they've been decluttered or I've changed my mind on them. But let's go through them, just see where I am, kind of refresh my mind. And then also this was good for me to see because now I know what to do for the rest of the year. You know, if I have my feelings changed, I do not know. And also, do I still want to pan some of these? Am I still panning some of these? Okay, so I'm gonna go in the order of the items that I spoke about in that video. So the first one I spoke about is my Bobbi Brown Face Enrich Primer. This one I did finish, and this was an empty for a very long time. I just spoke about it in my like mid-year empties video. So yeah, this one I finished, and obviously I kept it around because I wanted to do that empties video, but this was not a chore to finish at all. It was actually an item that I really, really love. So that one, we have a tick mark. I've done it. I did it. It wasn't that bad because I do like that item. The next one is my Kiko Melange bronzer. So this is a baked bronzer and I wanted to hit pan on it. This is called the Warm Melange and it's the Lost in Amalfi range. Obviously they don't have this anymore. It's pretty old. But this is what it looks like. I did roll this into my project pan last year. I believe it was last year, and it obviously rolled in to this year as well, and it was very hard for me to try to hit pan on this, but I suddenly realized that I actually hit the side pan. So once I hit the side pan, I asked you guys and you were like, that absolutely counts. That is a pan because obviously it's a domed item. It's a little bit harder to track. So I actually have hit pan. It's just not a satisfying pan in my opinion because it's not like in the middle, right? I like that juicy little middle pan, but I hit pan nonetheless. I do really, really love this bronzer. And I think it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for me to just roll it back into my project pan and keep working on it. I really, really love it. More so than the one I'm working on right now. So I don't know, maybe I want to go back to it. Maybe I'm missing it, but yeah. I did manage to hit pan, so that is another little check mark. Next up, I also wanted to hit pan in my ColourPop Fresh and Peachy blush. This is currently in my project pan, so yeah, I have not hit pan. Isn't that crazy? Like every single month, I'm like, it's gonna be the month that I hit pan in that damn blush, and I have not. I have not. Obviously, I haven't filmed my updated project pan video yet, so I do have time to potentially hit pan on this. However, I have taken a step back. I'm using other blush right now because I have been neglecting a lot of blush in my collection and I've just been getting a little sick of this. Like, enough is enough. I've used this for over a year now. You still don't have pan. I don't even want to finish this item. I just want to hit pan, and I think it's a never-ending blush. I really do at this point. I'm just so close to it, but also so far. So it will happen one day. It's just I'm not forcing it. So I've actually slowed down quite a lot in the last month. So I probably won't have a pan by my next update, unfortunately, but I'm still working on it. It's still part of my plan to pan for 2025. I mean, we still have a few months left of the year, obviously. So, you know, there is time. Next up, I also wanted to finish my ColourPop Super Shock highlighter, which I did do. This was also in my project pan, and I finished this just recently. So this was a big, huge win for me. Very, very excited that this is done. I didn't even have that much when I rolled it in this year. I've been working on this for years, but finally did finish this. So I feel like that's an accomplishment in itself. So another little check mark. So we are 3 out of 4, which is not too bad. It's not too bad so far. The next item, I forgot about this item because I did end up decluttering it. It is this face palette from SheGlam. It's the Peachy palette, and I wanted to finish this blush right here, and I did not because I think soon after, or maybe I just stopped wanting to use this, and then I ended up decluttering it in my last declutter because it's just I don't need to keep this in my collection. So yeah, this is a fail on my end because I just didn't want to keep it around to finish, but I don't really feel bad about that because I don't want to hate pan, and I just wasn't wanting to go into that item at all. So that one I'm not too fussed about, but obviously no check mark there. Next up, I had forgotten that I wanted to work on this item. Don't really like this loose powder. This is the Essence Fix and Last 14-Hour Loose Powder. I have more than half of this left. I don't know why I was saying, oh, I could finish this or I want to try to finish this. I've missed, you know, I've missed some months here, you know, like half the year, more than half the year has gone by now so far. So I don't think I'm going to be finishing this year. If anything, it could end up in a declutter. I don't really know. It's just not something that I really enjoy all that much. I also haven't really been powdering too much the last few months. I've been figuring out which powders I like. During the winter, I get very like dry, and the under my eyes looks just like horrendous. I look like a dinosaur. I feel like in the summer it looks a little bit better, or I can get away with it a little bit more. I don't know what goes on in the winter. I just get very wrinkly. So any kind of powder really doesn't work for me. So, but I guess I could still powder my face, but I didn't even go into this. I mean, maybe I went into it a few times when I pulled it from my Shop My Stash, but didn't purposely try to pan this at all. So not another check mark for me. Next up, I spoke about this one. I wanted to hit pan this one. This is the Sweet Cheeks from NYX. This is obviously a blush. This is the shade Daydream. And this is another item that I have decluttered. So, I mean, a part of me thinks, should I bring it back to my collection? Like, do I regret decluttering this? This is a very pretty blush, but the problem I have is I don't really enjoy wearing very shimmery blush on my skin, at least powder blush. I've been getting into more like liquid blushes at the moment, but powder blush, I don't know. I'm wondering if I should put it on because I didn't really do that much blush today. We're gonna have a little bit of a test, right? I'm just gonna use a big brush. And we're just gonna see if I want to bring it back. It is pretty. And I am quite glowy. Maybe it's just the winter time that I do not like to be glowy. It is quite pretty. Do I bring it back? Because out of the two that I did declutter, I have all my declutter items here because I don't know what to do with them yet. I also decluttered the Nabla, which again, every day I'm looking at this and I'm like, should I bring you back? Out of these two, I prefer the NYX one. I'm not gonna lie, because I think it has a lighter, peachier result. But yeah, I wanted to hit pan in this beginning of the year, and then I ended up decluttering it. So that's another fail. I don't know though. Should I bring it back? Let me know if I should bring it back. It is pretty. I always really enjoyed this. Maybe I was just feeling like I had to get rid of it in my declutter. It's not that I missed it though. Like I really haven't been missing it because there are a lot of blush in my collection that I'm still neglecting. And if I bring this back, it's just gonna be another blush that I neglect. But it is pretty, it's pretty. Okay, well, anyway, we will think about that another day. The next item that I wanted to work on is actually my ABH Cream Bronzer. This is the shade Amber, and I was working on this a lot the previous years trying to hit pan. I wasn't able to. So for this year, my goal was to hit pan, which I have done. I don't know if you can see it because I have been going back into it. So the pan is very brown at the bottom there, but that is a big, nice, juicy pan. It's getting a little bit bigger. I did just go into it again today. This is currently in my project pan, but because I've already kind of hit my goal, it's just to use when I want to use it while we're in the summertime, and then come winter time, I just can't use this item. So I'm going to say this is obviously a check mark because I hit my goal, and I'm very, very satisfied about that because it did take me, you know, I want to say a couple years to do that for sure when I was like actually purposely trying to do it. So it does take a long time to be a panner. Okay, next up, I did talk about some concealer. So the first one is this Wet n Wild concealer. I said I wanted to finish it. And I did end up finishing it just like a month or so ago. So this one is done, stopper's out, completely dry inside. Used it almost the whole half of the year, and then obviously I was done. So that is a big check mark. Next up, we've got the ABH bronzer. This is the Magic Touch concealer, yeah. And this one is in my current project pan. So I haven't finished it, but I am working on it, and I do think I will definitely have it done by the end of the year. So it's definitely one that I haven't forgotten about or neglected. I'm not there yet. And then we have another concealer. This is the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. Didn't really enjoy this one, but I did end up finishing it again a few months ago, so that one was nice to see. And it's always fun to watch the, I think this is like an airless pump. It's always fun to watch that go up or down, because then you can see the product diminishing before your eyes. So yeah, that's another check mark. I did some things. I'm proud of it. But then this one, I also completely forgot that I even spoke about this item. I might have gone into it once or twice this year. It's not something that I've gone into that much. It is my Sosu Jackson cream bronzer. This is the Contour Cool. So it is quite a cool tone bronzer. For me, I think it works as a bronzer though. It does say it's a cool bronzer. I still have that much left. I looked at my video and I had pretty much that much left when I said I want to finish this. Am I going to use all of that by the end of the year? The thing is, I have to wait until probably more like September, October time, and then that will only leave me a few months. So yeah, I'm not going to finish this year. There's just no way. It's not going to happen. But now that I've reminded myself, maybe I could roll it in and maybe I could use it instead of my ABH cream bronzer, because I've already reached my goal. And honestly, I'm like, my face doesn't get that tan. Like the rest of my body is getting tan, but my face is not as tan as everything else. So maybe I could get away with this because I'm using a very light bronzer, or I'm testing out a light bronzer from Catrice this month. And this one is a little bit darker than that. So actually, maybe I should just roll this into my project pan the next update, just to try to maybe to get a head start. It's a good idea. But anyway, this one, complete fail, because I forgot I even wanted to do anything with that. And then this one surprised me, but then also didn't. So I said I wanted to finish my NARS foundation. This is the light reflecting foundation. And in my video, I said I don't really think I like this item. But then I used it this year a little bit more in my Shop My Stash, and I really, really love this foundation. I have just under half left. It's very liquidy, but it's been settling, and I have about half or just under. And I could absolutely finish it this year. There's no doubt in my mind that I could finish this year. It's not a hard item for me to use. I mean, foundation itself is not a hard item for me to get through. It's just when you have a lot of foundations, it's like you have to pick which one you want. Right now, I'm working on a foundation or two foundations right now. This is not really a summer shade for me. So again, would I actually finish this? Because I probably would only work on this September, October time. And then again, I don't think that's enough time to finish it. So I could try, but I don't feel too bad about not finishing this yet, because I ended up liking it. And I did use it quite a bit this year. And I just didn't purposely try to pan it. So I don't feel too bad about this. I just forgot about it. But it is an item that I actually enjoy now, whereas before I did not. Okay, next up we've got my NYX HD finishing powder. So this one already had a massive pan, still has a huge massive pan. I think it's expanded since I spoke about it, because I do have it in my Shop My Stash. I've rolled it into my Shop My Stash a couple of times this year so far, but it's in my current one right now. And I think I could absolutely finish this. I don't even think I need to roll it into a project pan. I think I'm just going to finish it naturally, which is fine by me. But I really love this item. It's just one of those things where, because I've used so much of it, it has a big juicy pan, it would be a really easy, empty to have at some point this year. But I'm not in a rush to finish this because I really do enjoy it. So I have expanded the pan. So I'm going to say this is like half a check mark, because obviously I haven't finished it, but I haven't completely neglected it. I'm just using it when I want to. This next one's kind of a weird one. So I also spoke about my Glowish from Huda Beauty. This is obviously a pressed powder. And this one I said I wanted to finish. I already had a big pan in it. Then I decluttered it, and then I brought it back in my collection, and now it's rolled into my project pan. So I am purposely trying to finish this. It still has a huge pan, but am I going to finish it by the end of the year? I still don't really like this item. So I'm still thinking like maybe decluttering it was the best thing for me. I don't know. I used to really like this, but I don't like it anymore. I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm going to put that like kind of in the middle. Like I'm working on it, but I haven't really made too much change on it yet. Okay, and then we only have two more. So next one is my Ofra bronzer. This is the Americano bronzer. This is currently in my project pan, and I'm not sure if I really like this bronzer. I rolled it into my project pan because you can see kind of the rings underneath, and I thought, well, you know what, maybe I'm not too far away from hitting pan. It's been in my project pan a couple of months now, and I don't think I'm gonna hit pan actually by the end of the summer. I don't, because it is a summer shade for me. I'm not gonna be able to work on this the rest of the year. I've only worked on it a couple of months, so it hasn't really been that long. Yeah, I don't know. This one maybe potentially could be a chopping block item. It's just not a preference. Like when I'm talking about bronzers that I like, I much prefer the Kiko bronzer to this one, but because I was like, well, maybe I could try to get another pan, I've been working on it, but working on it, it's okay. It's just not my favorite. So I'll put that in the middle too, because I'm working on it, but like nothing's really happened with it. And then the last item that I spoke about, I'm actually surprised about. So I said I wanted to hit pan in all 3 of these highlighter shades from Glamshop. I thought I spoke about my Cosmic Beauty highlighter palette because I've hit pan in all 3 of those. And I thought that was my goal. But no, apparently my goal is to hit pan in this, and I haven't even rolled it into a project pan. So this will probably be the next one that I need to roll in for sure. It's just beautiful, like holographic highlighters in here that I mostly use for inner corner, but not hard to use at all. They're very pretty. They're all flip a slightly different color. Let me just swatch them. So you got like a pink one, a purple one, and more of an icy blue one, if you can distinguish those. But yeah, very pretty, very similar to the frosting palette, which is currently in my project pan, which I thought was going to be an item that I'm going to be speaking about today, and it wasn't when I checked my video. It was this one. So anyway, we still have plenty of time to try to hit pan in these 3 by the end of the year. I just don't know how deep they are, so I don't know how it's going to go. But this one I haven't, I mean, I think I've gone into these, but I haven't purposely tried to hit pan because I completely forgot that I said I wanted to. Do I still want to is the question. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, why wouldn't I want to hit pan in them? I do like the palette for sure. So I feel like I've done a decent job. I definitely have some items here where I didn't really think about, I completely forgot about them, or I ended up decluttering them. There's items that I have absolutely finished, so that's good for me. And then ones that I'm still working on, which I know, you know, that it takes time for a lot of these to get finished or hit pan and everything. So I think I've done actually a good job so far for this year. Just looking at everything in front of me, I had to go into my empties, I had to go into my declutter pile, and then I had to go into my project pan. So like everything's kind of been looked at. The NARS foundation, I don't feel the need to finish it, so I think I'm okay with that one. Same for the Sosu Jackson bronzer. I just don't think that's going to work or happen, but I could potentially roll it in. I just don't know if I really can be bothered to do that. I think it's an okay bronzer. I think the reason that I said I wanted to finish it is it does kind of smell like crayon, so it is probably getting to that point where you probably need to declutter it. If I end up decluttering it, I don't feel that bad because it's not my favorite bronzer in my collection. I much prefer my ColourPop cream bronzer, my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, or of course the ABH, so I don't feel like that's like a huge loss. And then I'm not sure what to do about this NYX blush. It is pretty. Maybe I should roll it back into my collection. I don't know. A bunch of you is gonna be like, no, don't do it. And then you're gonna be like, yes, do it. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that is my little plan to pan update for this year. Yeah, let me know how you're doing with your project pans and all the items that you wanted to finish. Are you kind of getting there? Have you given up completely? It's around this time of the year, especially during the summer, that I think people lose a lot of steam and they lose motivation potentially, and they get sick of the items that they're working on. And I completely agree. Like that ColourPop blush, it was my favorite blush in my collection. I'm not gonna lie, like when I ranked all of my makeup, it was my favorite blush in my collection. Not my favorite anymore. Let's just put it there. But that's not the blush's fault. But it is the blush's fault. But you know what I mean? Like it's still a pretty blush. I just can't pan it for some reason. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already and you would like to see more of me, then that would be lovely. Thank you so much. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.